Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Juice. So today's extension of the SuperCarrier Case 1 series, this is part 2 of the groove. This is the practical flying side that I had promised with part 1. As you guys might remember, part 1 was just some general references of numbers and gates that you want to make for the Case 1 pattern. And then there's the specific numbers for the groove. And this one right here is just a video to show this is my first landing after being gone for 9 days, and I always end up doing really good after not flying for a while, and as soon as my friends are in the server with me, I do poorly. And so this is an OK 4-wire trap that I did yesterday and recorded the track, and then what we'll do is I will run this, and then after this is done, and we'll talk about some numbers on the way, I will run this, I will rerun it again, and we'll look at it from the LSO cam and stuff. So let's go ahead and run. Let's see, unpause, and there we are. We're at about 440 feet, right out. Okay, I've got the ball. I had the ball, so I'm going to wait and call it. Also, if you want to get a good score, call the ball once you've got lineup on the laser lineup lights. If you call it early, there we go. So I'm adjusting, and I'm flying the ball, so I'm going to get a little bit of power. Right now my weight is 5,000 pounds, 5.05. Flying just down the ball. I can see the ball visually, and then I'll also have the indicator in the HUD there, or indicator in the windscreen that shows on the screen. It's not really realistic. They don't get that. I don't know if they have that in the GeForce, but here we go, and we're coming down. And, you know, I'll get ready for a bolter, and nothing. And I didn't go idle in the wires. That's one of the big things that I have a hard time with sometimes. Sometimes I know I'm going to trap and I don't even think about it, but I need to make sure I don't get the ease guns in the wires call and everything. All right, so that was the trap in the last part of the group for the groove, the last 3/4 of a mile or a mile or so. Let's go ahead and let's start that over. What we'll do is we'll go quit. Let's go close, and let's go bring that up again. That was Case 1 OK 4-wire is the name of that track that I saved. I did this on single player yesterday after not flying for about 9 days on a road trip I was on. And let's go ahead and set everything up. Alright, so zoom in the cockpit, set head tracking, and then I'll bring up the controls indicators for those of you that like to see the controls indicators, so you can see where my throttles are. And you can see my idle detent, and you can see my afterburner detent on the left side with the throttles. They're not symmetric. You know, I've got my thrusts within 1% of each other. Like right now, my RPMs are 83 and 8300. So we'll speed this up. Let's go ahead and speed this up to the break. And what we'll do is once we get to the overhead, and what we used to call the initial, but it's the 3-mile call for the overhead. As soon as we get to that point, we will unpause it, and I will go into the LSO cams. We'll watch it from there. We'll watch the whole thing from the LSO program or platform from the 3-mile to the overhead. Okay, there's 3.5.
Tower 300. Overhead Angels 1. State 5.4.
Okay, let's go into the LSO station. And where am I? There should be a dot on the horizon up there. A dot in the skies. At 3 miles. There I am. And I'm going to avoid using the zoom. I'm going to use the default view settings. So here I am coming in around approximately 350 knots. Indicated. Starboard side of the ship. 800 AGL. Don't quote me on that altitude. I know that's where I'm supposed to be at. Again, this is one of the do as I say, not as I do things, as most of you that fly with me know. Well, you know, that's what I meant to do. So there's my break. I break at 1.0 mile, 1.0 nautical miles. I'm shooting for between 1.2 and 1.5 on the beam from the TACAN station on the Truman. There's Biff. Biff's an old, we went to flight school together. Hey Biff, He's not much of a talker. These guys are all LSOs in training. They're new to the boat ops. Alright, there I am, coming down a beam. For those of you that have worked flight ops on the carriers, especially the Nimitz class carriers, put in the comments about like what some of the, I've been reading in the training, T45 training manual, that sometimes there is a beam call, sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's no call all the way down to ball. So I'm getting on altitude there, a beam, kind of past the beam. I'm starting my turn. Remember, I'm shooting 4 in the groove. I want 15 to 18 seconds of hang time in the groove. So let's see how much I got. Is there a stopwatch? Yeah, there we go. We've got 095512. As soon as I line up and level off, let's count the time. Alright, technically I'm in the groove now, so there's 29 seconds. Let's go 30. Didn't float across the center line too bad. I'm correcting to the left. Let's look in the camera here. Oh, that's probably why you didn't do the call, because I stayed inside the crosshairs most all the way down. Look at that, you can see the giving it some thrust when needed. Yeah, there's 20 seconds in the groove, 23 seconds in the groove. So I was a little long in the groove. And there's the trap. OK, 4-wire at LSO grade. So that's a demonstration of the groove. Remember, you don't have to do it perfect. I obviously didn't. And but the more you do it, the better you get at it and stuff. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to share it if you think it'll help out some guys that are learning the carrier ops and stuff. And most important of all, get out there and fly DCS. If you feel inclined, share your stories, share your experience, tell us some comments about some funny things that you remember from carrier ops if you were in the Navy on the deck, flight crew. If you're a pilot, we always love the inputs from everybody and stuff. Until later, stay safe, and we will catch you soon. Cheers.